Hello student, welcome to my class of computer subject for class 11. Today we will understand the following content which are as follow. The first content, for loop with else statement. Second, finding the factorial number of given number, okay, using for loop. Third one, nested for loop. Fourth one, example of nested for loop and its program. Fifth one, while loop. Sixth one, while loop with else. Seven one, this one thing, infinitive loop, okay, infinitive loop under the while loop. And at last the question in homework section. So let's begin. So student, first topic of the day, for loop with else statement. Student, as we know, the for loop allows us to repeat the same task again and again, okay. It meant to say iterative in nature, that's why it is covered under the iterative statement. So here you can student, a particular syntax or prototype, you can see that for within that loop variable, okay, and in range that is expression 1 and expression 3, okay. So here you can consider, student, this particular part will cover the for loop code block, okay. And at last you can see else part is also going to be added here, and this else part will execute when this particular loop will terminate, either by condition false or by completing this particular loop. I am to say terminating loop, okay. And after that else part will execute. So here you can see the example. If suppose that for loop I in range 1 to 4, this will be condition will true because 1 is lesser than 4, okay. So in this condition print will perform the printing part until the 3 will print, okay. So you can see here 1 2 3, and when the 4 is not lesser than 4, then this loop will be terminate, okay, and this control will pass to the else part, okay, and this execute because no break in the for, okay. And then after that you can see that no break will be print here, whatever under the else indentation, okay student. So next one thing we'll understand, finding the factorial number of given number. So first of all we have to understand what is factorial number, student. If you will talk about the factorial number, suppose that this is the mathematical symbol exclamatory sign and number equal to, that is 5 of factorial number will be 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, okay. So it means to say from 1 to that number multiplication total is considered as what thing, factorial number. Same thing like 4 factorial, so factorial 4, so here 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, okay. So we are talking about how to solve this with the help of program. So first of all we will ask the user enter the number of which you want to get the factorial number. So here we have asked the user by typecasting by integer input enter a number, and this number is stored to the factorial variable, okay. And then in this particular way we are going to check whether it is number is 0, that is this is negative or positive, okay. Check if the number is negative, positive or 0. So here you can see, student, if number is lesser than 0, so it will say sorry factorial number does not exist for negative numbers, okay. Or otherwise elif num, it means to say if it is 0, so it will say factorial number is 0 is definitely 1, okay. And else part, so here in else part we will solve the particular problem. For I in range here is 1. Why we are not going to start the loop from 0? Because it will start from multiplication 1. If you will start from 0, everything will be 0. So student, here one important thing, student, expression will contain the 1 because the loop will start from 1. Why? Because factorial number always multiply from 1 to that number. And here is num plus 1, here num means n minus 1 will consider, and plus 1, that means to say exact that number whatever we have asked to the user, okay student. So here you can consider, student, the particular here should be num, not factorial, okay, num, okay. So here what you are going to do, so till then this we have done, and here factorial equals to factorial into 1. So student, what we are going to consider, student, here factorial equals to here what thing, 1, okay. And then after that factorial equals to factorial into 1, that is I, and this loop will calculate the factorial again and again till the number plus 1, and at last when the particular what thing loop will terminate, the final answer will print the factorial number of num is factorial, num is whatever the num that is given here, okay. And now we are going to understand practically. So what I am going to do, so first of all I will start the Python ideally. Inside ideally I will create a program in a script mode. So simple a program for factorial number. So student, I am directly going to provide you the logic. Okay, program. Okay, suppose that here is a number. Okay, you can say that no equals to integer typecast by, that is input, that is raw input I will say, because I am using Python 2.7. so raw input inside that please enter a number. Okay, after that what I am going to do, I am going to just run the loop. Okay, so first of all I will do one thing. By name of fact I will create a variable, that is fact. Okay, and inside that suppose that here is a number. Okay, for I in range. Okay, range will start always from 1. Okay, to the number plus 1, because number already will n minus 1. And then after that what I will do is then fact equals to, as you know, the shorthand notation into star what thing, I. Okay, as you learn in earlier classes what is shorthand notation. Okay, or compound initialization, this is that. And at last print simply we can say that within double quote factorial number is what thing, fact. Okay, so we are going to try to run it. So fact I will say here fact 1. Okay, suppose 5. Okay, this variable name error, it meant to say variable I have not used somewhere else. Here is fact, it will be also fact. Okay, now I am going to run it. 5, now you can see 120. Okay student, so same as if I will run it again, I will say 7, this one thing. If I will say 6, this one, and if I will say 4, this one. Okay, so this is only logic part student I am discussing in program. So you will do one thing student, you will make sure whatever in this program you will make this particular factorial equals to 1, and you can ask to the number and you will do whole program. Okay, I will show you only the logic part of the program. Okay student, so I hope you will do the all program with good steps and with step by step. Okay, without losing the quality of program. Okay, so format will be same. Okay, whether you will check first of all it is 0 equal to 0, okay, or negative. At last if it is positive number you will process the logic. Okay, and show me in your classwork copy. Now we are talking about nesting for the loop. Okay, so here nested for loop, as we have learned in nested if. Okay, same way in a programming language, if any structure, okay, exists inside another structure of same type of which is functionally same, as termed as nesting. If for loop exists inside another for or any loop, consider as nesting of loop. So here is prototype student. For outer loop variable, because it will consider of outer loop. Okay, in range expression 1 expression 2 colon intent will start. This intent will have the gap, okay, of outer loop, then all again for loop, then inner loop variable in range expression 1 comma expression 2 colon will start, its intent will also start. Okay, so as I mentioned here, has code for inner loop intent. Okay, and enter, then after that you can see that the code for outer loop intent. Okay, because this is similar to this loop. Now we can consider the example here. For I in range 1 3, it will start from 1 to 2 definitely. Okay, and for j we do not consider the outer loop variable and the inner loop variable with same variable name, it should be different. Okay, so ensure that student outer loop variable will be different and inner loop will be variable will be different. And for I in a range 1 to 11, that means to say it will run from start from 1 to 10 definitely, because n minus 1 colon n10 will start. Here k equals to I into j, whatever I into j, I variable and j variable, and at last print k end. This is Python 3. plus version coding and equals to this one, and print, which will print the next line. Okay, output will be 1 to 10 and 2 to 20. So we will do it practically, student. So what to do, student? For practical, we have to open a Python ideally. I have already opened. So what I am going to do, student, I am going to just create a program in this particular script mode, okay, with new script. So what I am going to do, I am going to show you a program for nesting loop. Nesting for loop. Okay, so what I'm going to do, student, I have used a for, okay, that is outer loop, definitely I in range. Okay, so here suppose that if I'm going to start from 1 to 4, okay, and then after that again for, that is j, in range, inside here again 1 to 4, okay, and I'm going to just do this one thing, and then after that print. What I'm going to print here, student? Nothing. I will show you what is the particular output. So here same thing, I into j, okay, enter, come out of the enter, and if you will just print it, I will show you what will happen if I will not use the end equals to space or something else. What will happen? So here nested for. So now you can see, student, output will look like this: 1 2 3 2 4 6 and so on. Okay, so to clarify it, what I will do, student, I will do one thing: x I comma, here is j, again comma, then equals to, and then comma. Okay, and now you can see what will the output like this: 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 1 into 3. Okay, so you can see, student, here is one thing is common, 3 times has 1 is what thing? Standard, I want to say common, 3 times 2 standard, and next 3 times is 3 standard, while the inner loop 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, student, so it means to say whatever the loop, you can see that, student, this particular I value will be constant until the j loop will be terminated. Again the control will pass to the I value, that is I variable, that is outer loop. So suppose that I first time I value is 1, so it get the access to the inner loop, and j will continue from 1 2 3 because n minus 1, and then after that control will again go to the I again, and I value now 2, increase by 1 because step plus 1 is already by default in a range function. Okay, and then you can see 2 will be constant until the 1 2 3 will complete in j loop. Okay, I am to say inner loop, and I will be 3. Okay, then j will again start from 1 to 3, and at last I will be 4, then 4 will not lesser than 4, so loop will be terminated. Okay, so we have seen the example like this only. Okay, student, so I hope you have learned how to do that. Now we are talking about some program, okay, on the basis of nesting of loop of program. It can be based on while loop also. We will learn in this particular video further what is while loop. Okay, so we are going to design some shape according to that also. Okay, student, so how to do that, student? First of all, I will solve a and b, and rest of part you will do that. It is homework for you all. So what I am going to do, student, simply I am going to use a triangle shape A, which is square base. Okay, can you see that how many numbers are there? 1 2 3 4 5, again 1 2 3 4. Okay, so what I am going to do, student, I will use for, I will say outer, okay, in range, so it will start from there. This is no need to worry about from where we are going to start the loop, so we can start from 0. Okay, here is 5, and then again for loop inner in range. Okay, it will be again 0 to 5, and now print. What I'm going to print, student, here I'm going to print a star. Star means asterisk. Okay, so if I'm going to just run this program, now you can see this like line will print, because according to this there is what thing, no break. Okay, so here I am going to print the continue by using this. If it is okay Python 3 plus version, okay, I had to use like this, print star, okay, and then and equals to like this. Okay student, so this is the way while we are using Python 3.7. so I am teaching here according to Python 2.7. okay, so this is 3.7 and plus version will be used, but this thing is according to the Python 2.7 or 2 plus version is used. Okay, so suppose that if I'm going to do this one thing, what will happen? Look at here student, so this line will print, still my particular star not going to getting the same shape as I'm going to here. Can you see student what is my shape? Shape is like this, shape is like this, but my containing the single line only. So what I am going to do student, I have to do one thing, I have to come out the content out the loop, because every time this particular loop will print 4 star, you can see that 4 star, and after that a next line will generate. So what I am going to do student, I have to come to the outer loop indentation and I will print simply print. So this print will consider a next line. So now you can see that my that is this square has been formed. Okay student, now you can see student, after printing this one thing, this print itself turned as a new line. So if I'm just running it, so you can see this output will come. Now I'm going to show you another program. Okay, I will make sure it, I will do one thing, I will comment it, because triple quote will help me to make the comment, multiple line comment. Now I'm going to talk about this particular what thing, triangle, that is another triangle. Okay, number of triangle are there, so we will talk about this triangle. So here we will first of all check how many stars are there, 1 2 3 4. okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to print for outer, okay, that is in range. So here I have to count how many that is column asterisk are there. I'm say row star 1 2 3 and 4. So here from 0 to what thing, 4 I can consider, from 0 to 3 is considered as 4. Okay, 4 times. So here again for inner loop, okay, inner range, inside that if I'll type the same thing like 0 to 4, it will again form what thing, a particular rectangle like this. So we will do that by step by step. So print, simply I'm going to use the star, okay, and then comma for continuation of the line, and come out the particular loop, okay, and print what thing for next line. So it will better student if you will use the command, I am to say command for that, for next line here, comma for continuation of printing star. Okay, here you can consider inner loop, here outer loop. Okay, so if I am going to run the same thing, okay, you will see what will happen, same thing will come, that means to say square. So because the value of these both particular like same, so what I am going to do student, I will use here, okay, outer. Okay, so behind this there is a big logic. Okay, so here I will show you, that is 0. okay, here will be outer plus 1, we can say that, but now you can see that outer plus 1, because it will be outer definitely 1. So now you can see student, we have printed this particular triangle. Okay, and if you are going to change the logic like this, okay, here will be outer, okay, and here will be 4. So this time we will print what thing, this triangle. Okay, as you can see in figure. Okay, so here there is relation between this and that also. So here from 0 to outer plus 1. So what is going on, look at here student, to analyze this particular loop working, we have to learn try run. Okay, I will tell you what is try and okay in next video. So here you can see student, outer loop will initialize, I am say this particular outer variable is initialized first as g by 0, and it will check whether is outer is lesser than 4. Definitely 0 is lesser than 4, condition will be true, and control will go to the its intent, and it find the another loop, that is inner loop, and this inner loop will start from 0, okay, and 0 will consider as outer plus 1. Outer is currently 0, so 0 plus 1 will be 1, so this particular star will print once, okay, and then this particular loop will again try to run, okay, and this will check whether the inner increase by 1, that is again inner is 1, so here 1 is lesser than 1, no, because it is condition is false. Loop will terminate and go to the this control, and this will print the next line, okay, and then after that control will go to the again the outer loop initialized by 1, because earlier time outer was 0, so it will be 1, and 1 will compare to the 4, it will be considered true, and then it will get the intent of the particular loop, and then inner will initialize from again 0 to, okay, for 0 compare by this one thing, outer is now 2, because outer is 1 and plus 1 will be true, so 0 will consider as 0, I mean 0 will consider as smaller than 2, so it will print again star, then again star, and third time will false. Same way the particular loop will continue until the whole what thing triangle is formed, okay. So student, you will do, student, you will, I have shown you this one answer, this one answer, okay, I think this one also, okay. Let me check, student, what was the output I have shown you. So here you can see this triangle I have shown you, student, so this triangle means this one thing, so A, B and E I have solved, so you will solve C, F and G also and show me the program. Now we are talking about the while loop, student. While loop actually forming the same particular repetition task, okay, but it consider expression according to us. So here it is used to execute the block of statement as long as the given condition is true, and when the condition become false, the control will come out of the loop, it means to say terminate the loop, and condition is checked every time at the beginning of the loop, okay. So it is also known as entry control loop, student. So here is syntax. In this syntax, expression 1 will consider as initialization, here while condition, that is expression 2. So first of all it will check the condition, if condition is true, okay, according to the given logical operator, okay, then it will come to the intent of this while loop and statement will execute and whatever the statements, okay, and it will control pass to the while again, okay. So look at here, student, example, here is expression 1. Expression 1 means initialization, here is loop variable x initialized by x, that is 1, and now it is going to check under the while loop x lesser than equals to 4. So here is definitely x lesser than 4 because it is true, okay, x will print. Here expression 3 is manually, it meant to say it can be a formula, it can be a particular calculation, it can be a particular step also, okay, so it's up to you. So x equals to x plus 1, what is the x? 1, so now x will be 2. So next after that, when control goes to the while loop again, it will check whether 2, it means to say x is lesser than 4, yes it is true, x will print, now x will be 3, then 3 will be lesser than 4 definitely, so 3 will print, and now x will be, okay, 4. So now in this condition x not lesser than 4 but x is equal to 4, and x will print, and then x will be 5. So x, that means to say 5 is not lesser than or equal to 4, so loop will terminate, and this will be output 1, 2, 3 and 4, okay. So here we can say the flow chart of that, while the loop will enter, okay, under the while loop, it will check the test expression. Test expression means whatever x lesser than equals to 4. If it is false, okay, it will terminate the loop, exit the loop, okay. If it is true, body of while loop will be execute, and whatever the initialization will consider here, and this will be again and again will process. So let's see, student, how to do that, student, okay. So we are going to open a particular Python shell again, okay. I will show you here only, so I make sure I will make it comment by using triple line, that is triple quote, Now here we are going to show the example of while loop. So here is, suppose that I is a variable, that is I equals to 0, okay, and here while loop, okay, under the while I am going to just check if I is greater than 10, okay. I am telling you regarding to the false condition, false, okay. So here print I, that's it, and then after that I plus equals to 1, okay. I am using shorthand notation. It can be considered as I equals to I plus 1, okay. So I am going to just show you what will the output. I will clear it first. Now you can see nothing will print. Why? Because the loop is going to be terminated, because it checked the condition first before the loop body execution. So here is I equals to 0 and 0 is not greater than 10. If I am going to do this one thing, okay, so here what will the output look at here? So here you can see 0 to 9, because n minus 1 will consider here, okay. Okay student, according to lesser than sign. If I'll use equal sign, so from 0 to 10 it will print, including 10 also. So you can see student, here will be output, okay. So here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 also, because of the equal sign, okay student. So this is the way to use the while loop. First, this is known as expression 1. Expression 1 consider as initialization, that means to say some value is going to be stored to a loop variable. Second one thing, consider as expression 2. Expression 2 consider as test condition, where it is going to check whether the loop will exit and say true will be or true or false. And this one is a statement that is known as expression what thing 3, okay. Expression 3 is a updation of the statement. It can be in a form of formula, it can be in the form of expression, okay, and like compound interest or anything else, okay. So while loop help us to add, decrease or provide our expression, okay student. So this is a way how to use the while loop. So while loop is more advanced as compared to the for loop. In for loop only steps are there, either it is step 1, step 2 and negative, positive, but in while loop you can create your own steps, okay, with the help of your own updation statements, okay. It not should be only like this only. Suppose that if I'm going to create this particular steps, okay, I will make it comment student. So I will show you how to show the another step. So here expression 3 I will change. What I'm going to change student, I equals to, okay, that is simply I divide by equals to what thing 2, okay. So now we are going to understand what will the output. So now you can see 0 0 will print, okay, infinitively. We can say, okay, not equals to 0. So now you can see student, if I am going to run it, now you can see this loop will be terminated. So here is I equals to 0 and 0 is not equals to 0, okay, okay student. So this loop is going to also continue according to that. If I am going to do this one thing, if I is lesser than equals to 10, okay, and it will be not divided by this one thing, we can say that I equals to I divide by, okay, suppose that 3, we can say that first time, okay, 0 will be divided by infinitely. So what I am going to do student, so here 10, here is 20. So let's see student, what will the output, again it will be 0 and 0 and 0, okay student. So this loop is going to be running until the infinitive time, okay student. So we have learned student expression 1, 2 and 3 also. So it means to say we can create our own expression, okay, with the help of what thing, our conditions. Now we are talking about while loop with else, okay. So it is same like for loop also. So here is expression 1 initialization test condition, okay, or expression 2 loop code, expression 3 and else part else code. So here you can consider if x equals to 1, then it will compare x equals to lesser than 3, it will true. Inside the loop will print how many times? 2 times. From 1 to 3 will not print because 3 is lesser than this one thing. And updation x equals to x plus 1, and at last when loop will terminate, this particular x will print here. The inside the else value is x is 3. Whatever the last value of x, it will be considered as output at last, which is under the else indentation. Okay student, or we can say that student, practically, okay, suppose that if I am going to create this particular program, okay, here I am going to terminate it, I am going to say comment it. Now I am going to create a I equals to 0, and the while loop I have considered here, and I will consider till then 5, okay, and then simply print, okay, print I, okay, and here else part, inside else part print end of the program, we can say that, or end of the loop. So now we can consider student. So okay, I have forgot one thing, I have to use I equals to I plus 1 because updation is required. Without that it will be never going to be closed. So I will close it student, then I will show you what will the output. So now you can see that 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 will print, and then after the end of the loop. So this loop will be while else part. After ending the loop, this will be considered as true, and then it will be print this one thing. Suppose that here is 10. Okay, now condition is false. What will the output? It will directly print the else part only. Okay, so it is while else part. Okay student, now we can consider infinitive loop. As you see in the example, what is infinitive loop? A loop which never going to be close or terminate is termed as infinitive loop student. So here you can see student, x equals to 5 and while x double equals to 5, and inside the loop here expression 3 is missing. It means to say updation of the particular loop is missing. So x will never going to be increase or decrease, and it will be constant. Okay, and this loop will be run till the infinitive time. So I will show you the same thing student. What I am going to do, here is x equals to same thing as 5. Okay, and then here is we can say that if x double equals to 5, and I am going to close this particular part. Okay, according to this I have used I, here is x, no need to worry about that, and I'm just running it. Now you can see this particular 5 is going to be run until again and again. You can see this particular I will show you by squeezing. You can see this is going to be down. Can you see student? This is infinitive loop. While if I'll to close this, what I will do student, I have to create Control C button together and it will be closed, and to stop it I will use it I plus equals to 1. Definitely it will increase my value, and then you can see only 5 will print. Why? Because I equals to 5, definitely 5 true, I will print. When I will plus equals to 1, I will be 6, this turn loop will be condition false, loop will terminate. That's it. And now we are talking about the homework and practical assignment student. So first question, you have to write the note of the day in your classwork copy student. Second one thing, write a program to print rest of all shape using for the for loop. Okay, we have understand A, B and D shape, and another shape you will design in a computer. Okay, and by using for loop. Okay, using nesting of loop also. You can use while loop also as a nested. Okay, but the relation between the outer loop and inner loop variable should be considered. Okay. And third one question, write a program to check given number by user is prime or not. Prime number are those number which are divided by 1 or itself, termed as prime number. So you have to find out which one is prime or not. Okay, if the user will check from the console, enter the number for prime number, and you will get the answer, is it prime number or not. Okay, and question number 4, write a program to find out the factorial number by while loop. We have discussed in a particular video. Okay, finding the factorial number by for loop. Now you will find out the factorial number by while loop program. Question number 5, write a program to print the infinitive loop using for loop. Student, we have discussed in this video how to get the infinitive loop using while loop, and now you will find out, okay, or search how to get the infinitive loop using for loop. And student, at last you will send the screenshot of the program file, okay, named your student, and to my WhatsApp number. I hope you are learning well. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.